My daughter wants to go to art school for illustration. Any advice? Yes, tons. What you need to think about with her is back all the way up from art school for illustration and instead think about what jobs take, and this is what we do in the Degree Free Way, but basically like the beginning of the book is job limit inventory. I would bet that if she wants to go to art school for illustration, she does not know very many jobs. Right? Sit her down at the table, take her out for coffee, do whatever you bribe them. They're teenagers, do whatever you gotta do. And then ask her what job she knows about. And then of those jobs, look and see how many of them require the purchase of a college degree. Illustrator is not one of them, not even a little bit. And then the next thing you do is ask her how much money she needs to make. Ask her where she wants to live. Ask her what kind of schedule she wants to keep. Ask her what sort of work environment. If she's very social and she doesn't want to work in an area with no people, then illustration may be kind of tough, because at the beginning, especially because W-2 jobs do not pay very much, she's going to have to probably do it on her own. She's going to spend lots of time alone. If that's good for her, then great. Then self-employment is probably the move. But then schedule is another thing. You know, how much money is she going to make? Is she going to be able to live the way she wants to live? These things all matter. And so this is not to discourage her, but rather to equip her to be an artist. The move is get a job that meets your needs unless you're rich. If you're not rich, get a job that meets your needs, that puts your oxygen mask on. After you do that, then you start pursuing your passion as work if you want to. Because the thing is, for a lot of people, they think they want to do their passion as work, but actually it will take all the joy out of it if she has to illustrate something else for someone else because she's in debt and she has to pay off her student loan debt, and now she believes that's the only way for her to do it is to be an illustrator, as opposed to work a job that gives creatives, and this is so important for creatives, gives them the mental space, the breathing room, because panic and stress is really bad for creativity. It just is. And it's not going to help her be a good artist. It's not going to help her be a productive creative. And I say productive for herself. It's not going to help her work on her art or feel like she has space to do so if she's stressed out of her mind thinking about a student loan payment that is going to be the same amount as a mortgage, because art schools are that expensive. And then figure out, of the jobs that will meet her needs, her income needs, then look at those jobs and see which of those actually align with her interests, right? And then after you do that, those would be wants. Which ones also give her other things that she wants, including work environment or industry type, which would be illustration. Be very careful with that one though, because you should never pick from industry type, job type first, and that just doesn't make any sense. If you still end up with it though, then great, but you don't start there. And then after that, you go through and see, does this require a college degree? This illustration does not require a college degree. Find a tutor, find an instructor, find a coach, find someone that's highly skilled, or just have her build her own portfolio and freelance, because that is going to lead her to better financial freedom. And have her find a base level job that covers her healthcare, 401k, whatever, while she builds a portfolio of work that she can then decide if she wants to do that as work or if she just wants to keep it for the joy of it. But if she wants to build that, she can.